Myth. Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Hey, doing great. How are you?
Hi.
I'm really excited to speak with you. I mean, one of my favorite gay couples I've seen in movies in quite some time, so it's so great. No, Nick, I want to say I love your work in comedy, but I think horror has become this like safe space I always find you in. Tell me about working with the genre and kind of falling in for it because you do the comedy great, but I love you in a good scare too.
Thanks. I love horror. It's just such a fun thing, and I feel like horror and comedy are honestly two sides of the same coin. And so, uh, doing it is really fun. I'm really grateful that in this one I don't die first because now I've done three movies where I'm the first to go. And honestly, it's an honor. It's an honor to be the first to get to die. But I'm happy that I make it in this one. Spoiler
Don't
alert.
they
Yeah.
always kill the hot people first?
Oh wow.
Well, you've
Okay.
gone from Drew
Thanks.
Barrymore now to Nev Campbell, so
That's like a rule. It's a
I
rule.
think your trajectory is great.
Great.
No, Brandon, I love what you do in this movie too. I think you and Nick build this like believable chemistry. I get the fights, the happy moments. I get it, and I understand it. Trust me, I get this movie sometimes. I'm like, oh my goodness, get out of my own relationship. But no, tell me about building that bond with Nick, and what did you guys do on set? Anything to kind of just build that chemistry together?
We just like made out the whole time, like nonstop.
Oh,
Um,
the fan fictions are being written right now. No.
no, we naturally very much just talked about like what are these guys like back home? Like what are their nights out like? What are their dinners like? They, probably curling up on the couch and watching a movie. Um, and I think it just makes sense, like us together, and we could naturally bring ourselves to the roles, and we just got along really well. Like it wasn't a big push on my end.
Yeah, Nick, you seem to be agreeing there that it wasn't a complete horrible time.
Oh my God, no, it was great. It honestly felt like we were dating. It kind of felt like we were in like a long-term relationship because sometimes we would also bicker like an old married couple, and it was just so cute and fun, and yeah, he made it so easy.
Well, Nick, can you add a little bit to like keeping things grounded in this film? I mean, there's the comedy, Lisa Kudrow and Parker Posey being themselves, but then you have the spooky stuff as well. Can you tell me about kind of having these characters that feel real and grounded? How do you find that balance in between all the craziness and being like, I'm going to be a real human being, though?
I think it's a testament to the writing, honestly. I feel like Josh and Ro are written like a real couple, two guys that are in a long-term relationship who have very different personalities, but they love each other even when they're on each other's nerves. And I think like that was the emotional core of it for me. And so even when like the most crazy, insane shit was happening, like I was able to kind of lean on that core relationship. And then of course the relationship with the parents as well. I think we can all relate to having conflict with our parents and wanting to impress them or wanting them to like our partner. And I think those emotional cores really helped me keep everything grounded, even when we were dealing with like demon dogs.
Brandon, tell me a little bit quickly about parents. Did you get to bond with your parents making this, your actors with this? I mean, the four actors paying parents are like some great talents here.
We really all got the opportunity to bond. I mean, there were so many like porch hangs, dinners that we had, reality TV watches. Like we all really just hung out. Like I think Nick and I both agree. Like to our surprise, like everyone just wanted to hang out all the time, and it was like summer camp. And yeah, I mean, I feel very lucky to call all those people friends.
Oh my goodness, I would have loved to have been on this set. Thank you guys so much for speaking with me today. It sounds like a great
Thank you.
time. I absolutely love the movie, so thank you guys for speaking with me.
You always say that you raised me to be strong enough to stand up to anything. Eventually, you gotta let me do it.
Vivian, I have to say, I was doing some research on you before this. You seem like the coolest human being like ever. Like, I just want to be your
What?
best friend.
What? Okay. I'll
No,
take
I was just
that.
no,
Coolest
I was
person
getting
ever. Could you say that again?
Yeah, coolest person ever. Put that on your IMBD, sure. No, I just loved seeing you like in this film. So that's why I was like, I want to do some research on it. You got to build this eccentric character, which seems to be a little bit of your real life personality, is a bit outlandish and fun. Can you tell me about building this character in this movie and playing such a funny character in a very funny movie?
I did. I feel like I adore Sarah. I think she's such a lover, whether that love is invited or not. Um, she's gonna give it to you. Um, she's so flawed, but she's such like a good friend too. That's what I love about her. She's so real, and I kind of love this kind of fearlessness about her that I'm so it's such a compliment that you think that's like part of me because I want to be more fearless. If I'm hurt, I want to say, ouch, that hurts. And and if I don't get invited to the family table, I want to say, ooh, well, I'm coming anyway. Where's my room? um, that kind of like declaring space for herself and sort of being that loyal friend. Yeah, there are parts of her that I really connect to and wish I could access more.
No, I think, you said she's such a character that like that's my best friend in college. I'm like, she was the one I'm like, girl, you need to come. I need this. And I loved seeing that you brought that to life. And I also love the horror elements of it. That's that scene where you're looking for something. It's so funny. The shovel. I love that. Can you tell me about horror? What's your experience with the genre? Is this something that you've enjoyed a bit, or is this kind of a new territory for you?
I loved working on this film. I loved it so much. I've actually never worked on a horror genre before. And when I read the script, I was like, wait, this is so funny, but like, how's it going to be scary? And when I got on set, oh my gosh, it was, and also like, really, I don't know if you've ever met zombies or ghosts, but they're scary.
Not too much in my real life. I'm thankfully, not too many ghosts here.
Yeah, I mean, I think navigating human relations like family and parents and parenting and all that is terrifying, but zombies and demons and generational trauma, very, very scary.
Yeah, no, the trauma. Thank you. I just thought of the Jamie Lee Curtis saying trauma 100 times in my head
Oh
now.
my God.
No, I love that. I just love that the bond, like you said, the generational trauma, the family dynamic is really strong here. You do some great work with Nik, but I think your secret soft spot is with Dean Norris in this. You guys have some amazing moments. Can you tell me about building chemistry with not just Dean or Nik, but just in general? There's such a big cast here.
Well, you don't always get the privilege of hanging out with the cast. Sometimes you just show up and you're taping, you're like best friends, but you just met on set and you're showing, you're filming this. I mean, fortunately for me, I think the producers and directors and the creators of the show, like, of the film, like really did such a good job in like creating actually, also Nik Dodani, he's such a leader. He's like the youngest in the cast, but he's like such a leader. And he kind of brought us all together in like a group chat, which is so funny because like I've never had a
Very
group chat
millennial
with like
Gen Z of
everyone.
him.
And like in the group chat, Dean is hilarious. And so we had this like offset sort of family building and chemistry offset, which like translated so well. And so we could play like because we kind of like knew, had this sort of trust and knew each other a little bit. And we were all staying in one house shooting this. So we got really close. And I think that really added, even though you don't always get that privilege when you're making a movie. This was like kind of one of those movies where like the people kind of the chemistry was built offset. And so it really translated on set as well. Yeah.
If I
I
can
mean, they're
join
also great, so they would have done it anyways, but I'm just
yeah.
saying. This is just
No, if I
my
could join a
my chance
movie
to hang out
group
with Dean
chat.
Norris.
Yeah, I must say, like, this group chat seems amazing. Like, I need to get myself in there somehow. Please, Vivian, add me on Instagram. Slip me in there. No one will notice. No,
Oh
it's
my
great.
God. I'm telling you, like, yeah, I was like, go Nick. He's just
Yeah,
like
no,
gonna
it's
add everyone on this group chat.
no, it's amazing. That's great to hear. I love again. You can feel that bond here with the film and through your guys' performance. So thank you, Vivian, for speaking with me today. It's been a joy. You've been a blast. So
Oh,
thank
thank you.
you.
And thanks for all you said. That's so